Almost done.
Almost done. We, well, Nate here built a closet in this bedroom because it didn't have one. But we ended up with a hole and we needed
A closet door.
And so we built this beautiful geometric barn door. We got creative
From
and
scratch.
built this from scratch. And we're super happy with the result.
Yeah. So this is cut to shape, cut to size, down from a 4x8 sheet that we brought over from the Home Improvement Center. Make it all equidistant all the way around with 45-degree cuts, so it looks like a picture frame. These are just 1x2s.
Okay.
They're clear, there's no knots in them, so they're nice and straight. And they're kiln dried also, so there's no warpage or bending.
Excellent.
in there. It's 80 inches, so I'm going to go 80 inches from the inside of this. And then I want to make sure that I'm going the correct angle this direction, 45 degrees in this direction, because that's also on the inside. So this is the inside of my frame, and that's the outside. This is a skill saw. This happens to be a Milwaukee. I like Milwaukee because the batteries are superior. And I'm going to make sure that I go on the outside of the line that I've made. I want to make it a little more secure.
I see your line and I see the blade.
See the line, see the blade. I'm a little bit wobbly, so I'm trying to hold it. There we go. So I'm going to start. It's important to start the blade spinning first, otherwise you're going to chip your wood. So I'm going to start it. So real slow. And I got a 45-degree angle. So I'm attaching these frame pieces to this main board, and it's very, very important to be precise here, because just a little bit sliding this way or a little bit sliding that way is going to throw you all off. You're going to have gaps, and you don't want that.
Okay, so you're just taking a little scrap piece
Taking a scrap piece
to align it properly.
to align it so that I know that I'm like right there, so it's a perfect,
Yes.
so it's a perfect spot. And then I'm going to drop that off. Make sure that I don't let it move.
Do you want me to hold it?
Nope, I'm good, thanks. I'm using these handy little screws
Uh-huh.
that have no head. They're like a brad screw.
Uh-huh.
But since this is melamine or chipboard, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't want to expand. So that screw would probably crack it, putting it in this way. Not this way, but this way for sure. So I have to pre-drill.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is make sure that I have a good eye line on where I'm going to pre-drill it. Right there. I don't want to do it too close to the edge because then I can crack that as well. I also don't want my frame board to crack, so oops, it looks like it shifted a little bit. Boom. Now unfortunately I have to change my bit. I'm going to screw it in nice and slow, nice and easy, just below the surface, so I can easily fill in that hole, and that's going to be pretty stable. Now this side becomes
So we
a
don't
lot
see the
easier.
screws.
You're not going to see the screw heads ultimately.
Excellent.
And it's perfect.
And now I'm gonna plug the screw holes with this stuff, this spackling. This is great, easy to work with. So it's pink. It's like Play-Doh. So you can grab some, plug the holes with it, and remove the excess. And as soon as it's dry, it turns white. So that's a really good little feature. All right, so you can see it's already white. It's already completely white. The first side I did, it's drying really quickly in this heat. It's always better to use a little bit more and then you can sand it off. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna sand it off so that it's nice and even with the wood, and then it's gonna get painted. So you'll never know that there were holes there. Ta-da! This one looks really good. It looks really flush with the wood. This one, on the other hand, still has a little dent in it, so I'm gonna add some more product and wait a few minutes for it to dry. Okay, so we have this mirror that we bought at Home Depot. And we're gonna cut some pieces. We're not sure how we're gonna do that. We're gonna kind of play around and see what happens. What do you think, honey?
It's not going to be as easy as she's making it sound. Glass is hard to cut, number one, and look, there's cardboard on the back of it, so that makes it even harder to cut.
Okay.
But we shall see. It's an $8 mirror, so if we mess it up, we
Right.
can always get another one.
Exactly. And we'll see what happens.
The main thing you need when cutting glass is a popsicle.
Yes.
Always. So I scored it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to try and snap it. It's probably not going to work. It broke somewhere else. Yeah. Look at there. Plan B. This is not a good tool.
No.
There we go. That was a good one.
Yep, I heard it. Okay, we got one shape that we're going to use. The edges are not perfect, but we're going to use some silicone seal on the edges anyway, so we won't see that. And now Nate is working on the second shape. It's actually really hard to cut. We don't really have the right tool. This little thing is not good. But we're gonna make do with what we have, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of, it's still coming off against
Yeah.
the score that you did. Not perfect,
More or
but
less.
okay.
With a little sanding,
Uh-huh.
it'll be all right.
Yeah, so the edge is a little bit rough, but we'll make it work.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one
this
came.
one went better.
That's how it's supposed to work.
Hi there. Oh, that went well. Wow, look at that.
Just like that.
Excellent. We got two. So we're gonna do one more shape. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. Down to the last piece. Ah.
That's how it's
That's
supposed
good,
to be.
honey.
You just missed the corner, but
Good
the corner, but no
job.
big deal.
Yeah, it'll be
Because we're covering
hidden.
up the corners anyway.
Nice.
Boom, I can sand that down a little bit, so that's how it's supposed to work.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Hello. Okay, so now he's gonna sand the edges a little bit.
This is 120 grit.
Uh-huh.
Let's set this over here.
On top of a So we have 3 pieces of mirror that we just cut, and we have these pieces of trim, and we're gonna create some kind of a pattern, and we're just kind of playing around with them to see what it might look like. Is that going to work? I think so.
Each piece.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to look really cool.
Yeah. I think so too. And that is perfect.
So it's our little puzzle.
Oh, and it came out really
Ooh,
good.
looks good. Excellent. Wow, just like 1, 2, 3 more, I think. Okay, here's our final pattern that we decided on. So now we are going to set the trim, attach the trim to the background, and take the mirrors out, and then we're going to paint it. All in there.
Looks great with the light in the background.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oops. Nice clean line. Boom. Yes. That's pretty clean.